Today on CRED, we are going to be discussing the Moab 392 and how it actually differs from the 2025 Final Edition Rubicon 392. Over the weekend, there's been a ton of information, misinformation, and all sorts of questions on this, so we figured we would pull up the PDFs, look at the back end, and see what the true differences are. Well guys, obviously there has been a ton going on with Jeep just announcing this one of 12 special editions that they've got coming out. They've released 12 different editions. They've not told us what they are, but if you guys want to see our predictions, we have a video going over the ducks that they're using to explain these special editions. Obviously, this weekend, though, everyone is talking about the Moab 392, and honestly, a lot of people were sharing our video. I saw it in countless forums, countless Facebook groups, and probably a lot more than I didn't see, and there's a lot of comments down below. What is the Moab 392? Some people are saying, look at how much Jeep has kind of put a rug over our head and made us pay for these 392s. Other people are saying this is just a stripped down 392. It's nothing compared to the Rubicon. Well, in this video, we wanted to try and attack all these and just show you what we're seeing. Obviously, we don't know if this is subject to change, and this is just information that we would have received if we were looking to buy one. Orders are open right now. So in certain states, Pennsylvania, unfortunately, is not included because of the CARB rules. You can order a Moab 392. We talked to our friend Tyler Cohn, and this is just a sidebar. Our dealership affiliate program is going to be up and running at full speed very soon. We're ready to hit this hard, and it's going to be really great for all you guys. So it is running right now, and we're just connecting to different dealerships. So it'll be up and running, and if you guys are looking to order one, we've got some really cool things coming. But let's break it down. What's included in the Moab 392 and how it differs or is the same from the 2025 Final Edition. So we've got two phones out here. These phones are basically the same in all aspects. One's green and one's red. This one just so happens to be $20,000 more. And that is a perfect metaphor with what the Moab 392 is. We have got two PDFs pulled up, and that's because our friend Anthony down at Sands sent us two PDFs here. One of these is the order guide for the entire 26, and then this one here is the breakdown of the 392 in the PDF of all the standard features. Now, what's most interesting about this, besides the price point, because the current MSRP of the 2025 392 is a staggering $101,000 before destination, the MSRP of the 2026 Moab 392 is $79,995 with destination fee of $1,995 in the contiguous US and $2,045 in Hawaii. There's going to be a couple different segments of numbers thrown around in this video, but what you need to know there is the 2026 Moab 392 is $20,000 less than 2025. The biggest question we got is, and I saw all over these posts, is, well, 20K less, this is basically a stripped down 392. It's not the same, it's not a Rubicon, it doesn't have lockers, it's this, that, and the other. Right away, you do get a 6.4 liter Hemi, MDS shutdown, same 8-speed transmission, and the full-time transfer case. That's all I have to say about that full-time transfer case. Still included with that. Basically the same drivetrain underneath. In the rear end, you get a Dana M220 full floating rear axle with the electronic locker. On the Moab 392, you get a body color 3-piece hardtop, an E-locker front axle, Freedom panel storage bag, front disconnecting stabilizer bar, Napa leather seats, rear window defroster, and rear window wiper and washer. Basically, what I just went over there on having the E-locker front, having the disconnecting front sway bar, that is included with the Moab package of the new Wrangler 392. The new 392 is not called a Rubicon 392, it's called a Wrangler 392, and Moab is a package onto that. So with the standard 392 in 2026, let's keep it all to 2026 right now so you guys don't get too confused. You get a standard E-locker in the rear, you get 35-inch tires, you get 456 gears, you get a front camera, extended fender flares, mold in color fender flares, which you'd think means color matched. No, mold in color means black. So they're black fender flares with the extensions. Front steel bumper, rear steel bumper. And then this one's kind of back and forth. It says it comes standard with the black hardtop or soft top, but in the Moab you get a color match top. In essence, the 2026, the only thing lacking from the previous year is the bronze accents throughout. So on the Final Edition you had bronze accents on the hood, bronze accents on the fender vents, bronze accents on the wheels, and then on the interior side, bronze accents throughout the stitching, throughout the dash, and some other locations. The Moab 392 gets the standard Extreme Recon wheels, gray or that like billet silver, that dark graphite silver accents, No bronze, so no bronze on the tow hooks, no bronze on the exterior, no bronze on the interior. But for all intensive purposes, the $20,000 less for the Moab 392 in reality is the lack of bronze accents, bronze stitching, bronze color, and bronze wheels, and color match fender flares. So we are $20,000 less, and from what we can tell on the back end here, that's the only difference. You're still getting E-locker up front, you're still getting disconnecting sway bar, you're still getting the same transfer case, front and rear steel bumpers, off-road camera, the auto-dimming rear view mirror, power seats, nav, everything else. That's really what it comes down to. I didn't want to answer it that quickly, but in reality, we've broken them down on here so hard, and looking at both of them, that is truly what the difference is the fender flares, those accents, and that's really it. What's impressive to me is that over the years, the price of the 392 has gone up so astronomically high, and I included am one of those suckers that bought one. I wouldn't consider myself a sucker because I really wanted the Jeep, but over the years, they just added new colors, new trims, and then 24 when they did the refresh, 25 was the highest price I had ever seen it. But to pull 20K out of it like this is very hard. Justin, our good friend, has a white 2024 392, and I saw his comment. He even said it stings a little. He's like, I paid this much for it. I thought it was going to retain the value, and now you can buy a brand new one sitting next to it for $20,000 less. There is a lot of misinformation out there, and a lot of people are saying that this new Moab 392 is just a stripped down version, but like I told you before, that's the only difference in this vehicle. So what we're thinking though, what is the future of all this? Because right now, we had some commenters saying, we had one of our viewers say they just picked up a 2025 392 the day prior to the Moab 392 coming out, and they said, I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little upset. I would be too, man. I don't know what they're gonna have to do with these prices, but I have seen them coming down to the high 80s, but that's still almost $10,000 more than a brand new one sitting right next to it. And now arming you guys with the knowledge that they are basically the same vehicle, rip off the fender flares, send them to Brian to Distinction Applied and paint match them, and you're done. Or add some bronze accents if you want. Or heck, add an accent color that you actually like by going on our website and picking up some covered up items from Distinction Applied. But what all this means, guys, is honestly when we're looking at the new Wrangler 392, the new trim that they've come out with, or the actual vehicle that they're starting as a base vehicle, is just how important that is to the next coming vehicles that they might launch as special editions or as optional trims to this. You have to understand that this new 2026 392 is its own package as a Wrangler 392, and Moab is a package you can add onto it. So the base 392 still comes with an E-locker rear, it still comes with 35s, 456 gears, but from what we can tell, it looks like it'll come standard with either a black soft top or a black hard top. It does come with the steel bumpers, off-road camera, all these other goodies, but the Moab is what gives it the color match top. It's what gives it the front E-locker and the front sway bar disconnect. For these 12 special editions, do they have room to go even cheaper with the 392? Can they make it a Willys package, a sport package on there, and really drive that price down even lower? Because you got to imagine at $79,995 MSRP, that's with the addition of a body color hardtop, with the addition of the front locker, and with the addition of the sway bar disconnect and Napa leather seats. So maybe they can take off all that, and man, God forbid they can get this thing down to like 72. That would be insanity for those of us just like me that have paid close to $100,000 for these things, and then to see them being rolled off the line with 35s. And basically what I look at it is a Willys XR with steel bumpers and a 392 and a hood onto it. If you could get it to like that segment. But there's a lot going on with this. With those 12 special editions, I think that they might try and do just that with it. But I'm curious if it's going to be a double-edged sword for the current Jeep crowd versus the new audience trying to get into it. Someone brought up the comment, it's very competitive now with the Bronco Raptor, and that's something I completely forgot about. Ford dropped that price 10 grand. I think it starts at like 80, but now this is 80 as well. So for a lot of people, that is the big comparison we hear, even talking to Randy and his friends in Nevada, is 80K for this or 80K for that, but I get a V8 in the Jeep. So that's, I think, right where they want it to sit price point. But what we want to hear from you guys is, now that you know what the Moab 392 is, do you think this is at a price point where it needs to be, or should it still be down lower? Because you got to imagine this thing is still fully loaded up inside and out. Can it come down lower, or is this a price point where it should have maintained? Do you think the current owners of 392s, how big of a hit? I mean, To be honest with you guys, yeah, it sucks. And we just like paused there off camera because I was like, do we even bring it up? But it sucks for current owners. Like, and we have friends that are all current owners. And I was a current owner that still, when I got rid of it, it was still depreciated like absolutely insanity. And now I saw somebody post, this is actually, they said Kelly Blue Book for a 24,392 with 6,000 miles was 66 grand. It was their offer. That's a 24, which would have MSRP'd at about 95. So 30K in a year. So anyways, what we're trying to bring up here is like, Ryan just said it off camera, we're not mad, we're disappointed, right? Like when your parents, when you're like 16, you did something, we're just disappointed, we're not mad. And the fact of the matter is we can be happy, right? Like we can say, awesome, the prices come down, that's great, it's come down. But we are disappointed that the current vehicle owners, on top of that, all the other vehicle purchasers in the past few years, just got gouged so badly. Like it's cool to see the price come down, but this is a ripple effect that we were anticipating too, because we talked about this before, Ryan. What happens if they drop the price 20K? What's going to happen to the used market, to the people that currently own vehicles, and then the perception of what was done the past few years? I think that's where we're at right now. We're at that point where if you can just suck 20 grand off of this thing, how? You know what I mean? How is it like that easy? And we're 5 years since the inception of this thing. So we want to hear from you guys down below in the comments, because there was some misunderstandings on what we meant. We're not disappointed that the price went down. We're happy the prices are coming back to reality, but we're disappointed in other aspects of it. So let us know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. Of course, we've always got so much going on here. We're talking to a lot of different dealerships as well, because this Jeep, from what we can gather, is not CARB compliant yet, and it might take a month or two, just like the Durango did. So currently, I think there's 7 states that the first wave you can't order. There are a bunch of states and a bunch of great dealerships that we know that you can order these from, so stay tuned for more information on that. But I would say, like, if you've been waiting on a 392, this is a pretty dang good package for the Moab 392, but just be mindful. I don't even know, it might come down even lower. But it has its quirks. I gotta say, this is the last few years of the JL. Someone reminded us in the comments, remember the last few years of the JK? Golden Eagle, this trim, that trim, Rubicon Hard Rock. All these fancy trims came out in the last years of the JK to get them gone. They gotta sell these things. They gotta get them going, because 28s are on the way, man. So it makes sense, lower the prices, get these things out of here, and then drop the 28, because it's gotta, 28 or 30 whenever they're trying to do it, or it could be next year. I don't know, but let us know down below in the comments what your thoughts are on this. Obviously, do not forget the Fuel Off-Road wheel giveaway is still going on through the end of November of 2025. No purchase is necessary. We're constantly adding new products on the site that you can purchase, and you gain entries by purchasing those, as well as, like we said, no purchase is necessary to enter. But we're having a really fun time with that. And also, if you wouldn't mind, if you made it this far in the video, what kind of giveaway would you like to see next month? We're ramping up for something really special that I think you guys are gonna love, but is there an item or a product or a company that we work with that you would like to see? So till next time, thank you guys so much for watching. We enjoy every moment we get to spend with you guys on YouTube. If you don't mind, subscribe, trying to hit 100K, because everyone else has that dang plaque, and we want 85 plaques up back here. We're gonna order 10 plaques. 100,000 plaques, and give them one out to each subscriber. Either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Ryan's behind the camera. I'm here talking to you. We want you to get out there and earn yours.